Damn. Alright, hello, good morning. We are going to be servicing this thing today. We've got to do engine oil, gearbox, transfer case, diff, and the clutch bath. That's all we're doing. We're not doing oil fluids, but if we can do all those, we'll be pretty happy, huh, Dan? Yep. So let's get it up on jack stands and get to it. Well, cold start, Dan. Hasn't started in 2 weeks, so this is going to be interesting, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Doing Enzo? Named after the Ferrari, huh? Little mad dog. Alright, we're using Aeroflow's ramps because we ain't getting the jack under that Kansai loop. And we have a new jack to open, so let's crack that open and see what that's like. Alright, we're going to start with the diff first because it's probably the biggest pain. We're using LSD gear oil, the proper Mitsubishi stuff. I got this from RP Motorsports, I'll link it below. Stick that in the main part, and then we've got some Nylon ATF. I didn't get an easy squeeze pack, but we'll just use this. We're not going to change the AYC fluids that's in the back here because that's a pain in the ass. We'll do these two for now, and then we'll do the other one later. Alright, so we've got the rear diff. It's an AYC diff. I believe it's just the stock 7. So we've got our 2 drain plugs. This is for the main diff oil, the LSD stuff, and this is for the clutch bath, I'm pretty sure it's called, which is AYC. You can see we've got a little stand there that says AYC fluid only, so that's pointing at the bolt all the way up in there. That is an absolute nightmare to get off. It's not that one you can see just there, it's actually up past that. That is the fill plug. It's the biggest pain in the ass ever, so that's going to be a challenge to get off. The fill plug for the diff oil is actually over here. Wait, where is it? Over there. That's it, just there. It should say oil on it, something. I think it should be stamped oil. Always undo your fill bolts first, just to make sure you can get that out so you can refill it. So we're going to undo the one up there, which is going to be a nightmare, and we'll undo that one, wherever it is, over there, and then we'll tackle the drain. Yeah, so both these are a 17 mil. This one does say oil on it, so that's what we're doing. Alright, we got one. That was the easy one. Oh, the AYC one, definitely more of a challenge. The bleeders and the parts for the AYC fluid that comes from through the pump up here is in the way, so it's a real prick. But let's see if we can get it. What do you reckon, Dan?
Yeah, go on.
Go on, you dog. Right, unfortunately, we're not using the rings. Fucking hell. Alright, so both our fill bolts are loose. I'm going to loosen these, and then I'm going to put some gloves on, and then I'm going to take the fill bolts out, and then I'm going to do these. Break a bar OP, brother. Alright, let's pull our diff fill bolt out and see if any delicious juice is going to come out of it. That's mint. We don't even need to change this. That's beautiful.
You reckon?
Yeah, look how clean that is, bruh. That's mint.
Put the cup back in then.
Yeah, fuck, no point changing that.
What was yours like?
Black as fuck, boy. That's clean, but like that is like Mickey Mouse. I think you had it. I want to have it. How many Ks you got on this thing now?
137.
137. I think I had it like 110. I don't reckon we bother. That's fucking clean as. That's beautiful. Fuck, if all your fluids are like that, we don't even need to do this, bro.
Crack the other one.
Crack the other one. Where that damn ring spanner at? Get on my face. Bruh, we probably don't even need to do your... Actually, I do want to do your gearbox though, because it does stink a little bit. So gearbox is what we're definitely going to do, but we might not have to do your Tcase, which would be helpful. So your Tcase runs the same oil as this.
Yeah, okay, so it's probably the same.
It's probably the same, because you just do all these at the same time usually. Pretty clean under here though, touch wood. There's not really any rust I can see, maybe a little bit. Because the JDMs don't come with rust protection for some unknown reason, whereas the Australian ones did come with rust protection. Did you know that, Tim? Which doesn't make sense, because in Japan they have snow. In Australia we have fuck all snow. I really wish they'd put this in a more accessible spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
There's nothing coming out.
Nothing coming out. So what we'll do, we'll release it a little bit. And if it looks shit, we'll change it. And if it looks okay, actually I don't know what's in it, but So I don't want to top it up with like, because you should keep your fluids the same stuff.
Yeah.
So like, if we drop a bit, we should really just change it, because then you don't want to be mixing the fluids, you know?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll just do this one, huh?
I think so.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
not.
yeah. We'll top it off because there's no telling how much is in here.
That looks a bit more fucked.
No, it's meant to be red. All right, so I'm still dripping out a little bit. It should take about 650, 700 mils. And I put a little bit through it using this mad little pump thing that I've got here, and then we'll fill it up till it comes out the top. And then we'll stick a fork in it. Daniel, I can't find the hole. Where's the hole? I got it. Now we just fucking pump it up, bruh. You know what would be good? Like a lift. What do you reckon?
Car lift.
Car lift.
Yeah.
You don't have to jack it up every time. A bit of a shit fight, huh?
You wouldn't have to lay on the floor, would you?
Ah, no. I don't like laying on the floor. Sure, not going too quick, you know, like let it all get up in there and settle and shit. How we going? How much fluid we got left in this thing? Cup bungee?
Yeah, 3.2.
3.2, that was very precise, Daniel.
Just trying to help you out, man.
Man of precision. Pump, pump, pump it up. Well, I get copyrighted if I'm singing Big Joe Button. Oh, we're dribbling out. How much we got left in there? About 100?
100, yeah.
Probably about right, Dan, because remember we put about 800 in there. So what we'll do, give a minute just to fucking chill out, dribble down in there. Yeah. But like this stuff's like not very viscous. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
So it'll like go in there pretty quick, but when you're using like Diff oil, when you're doing the Tcase and that, you kind of gotta like give it a bit of a minute because it's like real gluggy and slow. So it's hard to see where it plugs in, but that's in. We can see the fluid's dripping out now, so it's full. So I'm gonna pull that out, put our fill bolt back in, tighten all the bolts, wipe all the excess fluid off, stick a fork in the diff, and then we'll move to the front of the car and do everything else. Problem is, like, I'm covered in ATF now, so my hand's so slippery I can't hold it. Might have to fucking send you in, big dog. Long fingers. Big dog in because he's got longer fingers than I do, and I can't get it.
Where the fuck even was it? Up here or up here?
Very handy. See those two pipes coming down?
Oh, I just copped one to the fucking forehead.
Come at you, dog. You what? You got it?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Send the pro in.
Send the pro in.
Yeah.
I was in there fucking around with it for like 10 minutes. I couldn't get it, and Dan does it in less than a minute.
You gotta get one hand up above it.
How the fuck do you get your hand up above it?
My left hand's up above it.
Man's a pro. I didn't even think of that. How the fuck do you get your left hand up there?
Well, I don't know, behind all this other shit. Behind this bush here. And then up over the top.
Wow. I'm actually kind of impressed. Yeah. Alright, so the diff's done. We're going to move on to the gearbox and the transfer case. This gearbox does leak. I think the case half seems to leak out the bottom of the case halves, so I'm going to degrease it so we can kind of just assess the situation. Will be interesting to see how much fluid's in there, so that's the main reason I wanted to do this, just to top it up, make sure it's got the right amount of fluid in it. Obviously 5 speeds are worth quite a lot of money these days. We want to blow that bitch up. We've got our front pipe, we've got our axle going in, and then that bolt just there is the fill bolt for the transfer case, so we need to undo that one. We've got the drain bolt. The drain bolt for the transfer case is that one. That will be a 17 on there, and that will be able to be a 24 again. Gearbox is the main one we want to do. We've got, I believe, our drain bolt just there. And I have no fucking idea where the fill bolt is. So I'm going to look around for the fill, and I'll let you know when I find the damn thing. Oh, we found the fill bolt, didn't we, Dan?
Yeah.
Well, I found it. You didn't do shit. So there's this weird black inspection plate thing, is what I'm assuming that is, and that bolt right there is the fill bolt. So there's a fair chance we're going to have to take that tray off. I really hope we don't, because I don't want to take it off because that's going to be a pain. So I'm going to try and undo that bolt. I think I'll get it undone. I think it'll be fine. Do that fill. So let's undo that and undo the Tcase fill as well, and then do the drain bolts. And also we're putting, did we show them what we're putting in this thing?
No.
Do you know what we're putting in this thing?
Yeah, fucking nylon, whatever.
No.
I don't fucking know then. What are we putting in?
Super multi, bruh.
Yeah.
We're putting in OEM super multi fucking, I think it's 75, 85 maybe? I don't know, I'll show you in a minute. That was fucked to get out, but we had to get it out to get to the fill bolt for the gearbox. As you know, well, I assume as most of you know, if you've ever tried to take one of these off, it's an absolute nightmare. That's why most people don't put them back on, but we'll probably put it on because fucking Dan wants to. Killing me, Daniel! So we can probably see the fill plug for the gearbox now. Fuck, it's right there, mate. Look at that. That was a lot easier than last time. Now let's do the Tcase. Am I tightening it? What? Lefty loosey. I was tightening it. That was fucking silly, wasn't it? Alright, that's our Tcase cracked. My tightening, probably. My loosening, yup. Alright, Tcase is loose. Just slip that on there, mate, and just give it a bit of a... We crack it? Yep, we cracked it. Alright, that's cracked. I can nearly 100% guarantee you that nothing's going to come out of this, because this bitch leaking. So it's probably low anyway. Ooh. That looks pretty good too. Do you reckon we have to change that, Dan?
You're the expert, mate.
Mate, that looks mint. We could just change it anyway. Do you want it?
Might as well, I guess.
We're here?
Yeah.
Alright. You're the one that's going to pump nearly 3 litres of oil into this bitch, but... Oh, I only just got it. It's pretty clean, but... Fuck, look how much metal's on there, but...
Yeah, it's a bit
Fuck. So... Your 4th gear synchro is a little bit crunchy. And that could be why. Because half of it's on your fucking drain plug. Alright, so we're putting in Super Multi 75W85, the Mitsubishi stuff. Gonna go up in that fill hole just there. About 2.8 litres or 3 quarts, so we're gonna try and get that in and then see where we're at with the fill bolt, but we definitely want to get at least that amount in. So if we have to try and overfill it a little bit, we're gonna try use this fitting. It doesn't actually screw in, unfortunately, but Dan's gonna hold it there and I'm gonna pump it in, and then we can quickly stick the proper fill bolt in. Pump, pump, pump it up. So there should be quite a bit of fluid that comes out of it if it's been overfilled. Like, it might not have been overfilled. Nothing. Hey, it's not overfilled, bruh. All right, well, at least we didn't make a mess. See how much is in here. Probably only less than 600, that'd be much. I know in my 9 there wasn't fuck all in mine, which wasn't obviously ideal. Looks alright, but looks fucking pretty new, to be honest with you.
Not a lot there.
No. Let that drain and then fill it back up. What do you reckon, Dan?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate? No, I think we go do the diff anyway, to be honest. Like, we're here, we might as well. The Tcase is very nearly drained. What we're going to do is, because we want to overfill it, they take about 600 mil. There was probably a little bit less than 600 in there, but apparently it's good to fill them to 900 or somewhat closer. So what we're going to do, unfortunately this doesn't screw in, but we're just putting that over that, and then it's pretty much sealed like that. And then Dan's going to hold that there. I'll pump the fluid in, and then Dan will quickly pull that out and put the fill bolt back in when we're done. So that way we should be pretty much overfilled and we shouldn't lose much. So I'm not gonna be able to film it, but we'll give it a shot. Alright, we've got our transmission and our transfer case done. I've decided let's do the diff fluid anyway, since there's diff fluid in the pump. So let's bang 600 ml fluid in that. Do the diff fluid real quick, and then we do the engine oil, and then we will be done, which will be good because kind of doing these fluids sucks. It's not very exciting. But it's good to be working on the 7. I only ever did oil changes on this thing in the short time that I owned it. I owned this for about a year and a half. So a bit of maintenance on this car is pretty fun. We're back on the diff, boys. So this takes 600 mil or a touch more of that LSD gear oil, what, the same thing we just put in the Tcase. I need a damn rig. We got 12 rig. 12 rig. No, Tcase, he's always just talking about racks.
Yeah, mate.
Tcase put on a beat hoe. You know that guy?
Yeah.
He's not audible.
Pump it up. I'll paying someone to do this next time, bro. Fuck this shit. Someone that's got a fucking lift.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah. Well, that's that, son. What are we doing now, Dan?
Fucking engine oil, mate.
Fucking engine oil, mate. Alright, the easiest part, we saved the last. Alright. So, sump, plugs at the back, should be a 17mm. Hopefully, filter's there, we're gonna change that as well. Let's see if I can get under here without taking the wheel off. So what we'll do is we'll pull this thing off. So that bitch can breathe. And I'd really like to know what type of engine oil cap that is, because that's dope. And the one I got, which is an OEM one, isn't that nice? So that was pretty cool. Did you know what I worked out the other day? Is that the fucking factory coil cover will fit with a cop kit. So we can put your coil cover back on. I should have brought it with me, I forgot. Generally I would say take the wheel and take this off when you're doing this. But we got all this shit off anyway. So we can just do it from here. Yeah, that's pretty black. Well, it was due. It's not like overdue. Like what, it's been 3,500 Ks?
Probably a bit more.
Bit more, 4,000. They say to do this like sort of every 3.5 to 5, so it's pretty on time. That's the oil filter. It's a genuine one. Let's see if I can get it without. Hey, let it drain out, Daniel. Good OEM oil filter that we're putting on. So let's bang this on, and then let's put some oil up in there. Drink it. 4.5 litres is what we want, Daniel. Righto, start her up. Alright, the car's back together. We've got the front lid back on properly, the under tray's back on, up under there was a pain in the ass, but it's on. All the oils are done, so now all that remains is to put it down and go for a drive and make sure it doesn't blow up. Hopefully it doesn't. Touch wood. I think we'll be fine. I miss this car, it's beautiful. You want to swap?
No.
No. Right, Dan's gonna go for a drive, make sure it's all good, make sure it feels fine, and come back, park it on, make sure nothing's leaking, but I'm pretty sure we are all gonna be good. It's not the most fun thing, driveline service. Like, it's messy and it kind of sucks, but it's done now, and that's good. That's the end of it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.